January 5th, 1861, a merchant vessel, the Star of the West, leaves New York for Fort Sumter, carrying 250 troops and supplies. Don't worry, Fort Sumter. Help is on its way. Reinforcements is on its way. The cavalry is on its way. Don't worry, Fort Sumter. The cavalry is on its way. That was January 5th, 1861. The merchant vessel Star of the West leaves New York for Fort Sumter, carrying 250 troops and supplies. Here's a picture in the South. The overconfident Confederates are dancing on the American flag. Yeah, look at them fucking Confederate sons of bitches. They don't give a fuck about America. They don't care about the Union. They don't care about anybody. They just want their racist and aristocratic society to carry on. Fucking lazy sons of bitches. They don't want to have to do any of the fucking labor. Fucking lazy motherfucking racist sons of bitches. So, that's January 5th. I'm going to just read a whole bunch of quotes that I like. Woe to you Pharisees, because you give God 1/10 of your mint, ruin all other kinds of garden herbs, but you neglect justice and the love of God. You should have practiced the latter without leaving the former undone. Luke 11:42. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I got to do a tribute for Coolio. How can you teach me when you can't even reach me? We couldn't even reach Coolio, even in his 60s. William James says that morality comes from your mind feeling what is right and wrong. It's not the violence of the few that scares me, it's the silence of the many. Freedom only comes through persistent revolt, through persistent agitation, through persistently rising up against the system of evil. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. We must learn that to expect God to do everything while we do nothing is not faith, but superstition. Our lives begin to end the day we became silent. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. I agree with Dante that the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in a period of moral crisis maintain their neutrality. There comes a time when silence becomes betrayal. Let's build bridges, not walls. Live your life, not celebrating victories, but overcoming defeats. The revolution is not an apple that falls when it is ripe. You got to make that apple fall. The true revolutionary is guided by great feelings of love. Democracy cannot consist solely of elections that are nearly always fictitious and managed by rich landowners and professional politicians. Every person has the truth in his heart. No matter how complicated his circumstances, no matter how others look at him from the outside, and no matter how deep or shallow the truth dwells in his heart, once his heart is pierced with a crystal needle, the truth will gush forth like a geyser. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. What? Mark 4:25. He's saying the rich get richer and the poor get poor. Mark, what the hell are you talking about, Mark 4:25? If you forgive men when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Matthew 6:14, 16, 14. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy, where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven where moth and rust do not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew 6:19-21. Only in his hometown among his relatives and in his own house is a prophet without honor. Mark 6:4. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? It's always right. It's always the right time to do the right thing. It's always the right time to do the right thing. I don't care if I fall, as long as someone else picks up my gun and keeps on shooting Alice into Wonderland. She had to fall before she got to Wonderland. Did she not? Did she not? Did she not? So, mediocre minds. Mediocre minds. What is it? Violence. What is that quote? It's an Einstein quote. Yeah, great spirits always encounter violence from mediocre minds. MLK said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Fucking brilliant. And it's true. It's totally true. Luke 11:42. He was saying you practiced the latter but left the former undone. You went ahead, you love God. Oh, you love God, but you're neglecting justice. You've neglected justice. You haven't done. Where's justice at? Where's justice? Great spirits always encounter violent opposition from mediocre minds. All for one and one for all. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Great spirits always encounter violence from mediocre minds.